Hey everyone, this is my week 6 discussion post, my social media self-inventory. If I'm being honest, I think that my daily average for a week was like 5 hours a day, which I'm aware is very bad. My main apps were like not music, it was Instagram was the highest one. And that's just because I spent too much time on it. But also, I think music and messages were my other top ones just because I changed playlists a lot and stuff. I'm not entirely surprised that I spend too much time on Instagram because I'm very well aware of it. And like I know that in a lot of situations, like awkward situations or waiting in line and stuff like that, like my tendency is to just pull out my phone and look at like updates and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised about that result. I think that people are aware that social media like can be bad if you use it too much, but I don't think they do it in such a subversive way that it's really hard to notice when it becomes unhealthy, if that makes sense. Because I think when you first get it, it's like, oh, I'm using it to connect with people and to make new connections or to keep up with people that I don't see very often. But then slowly over time it becomes, I'm like, my attention span is ruined. I put too much of my self-worth in like how many likes I get or how many comments I get or how engaged people are with what I'm posting, or you're posting to like get certain people's attention or to make yourself feel better or like you're worthy of something, which is not a good way to look at it. But I think that happens a lot because you don't like notice that it happened, and then you look back and you're like, wow, that's bad. So I think that most people know at face value that it can be dangerous, but I don't think they're aware when it becomes super impactful on yourself or on you. After completing the learning module, I would definitely add like screen time restrictions to my phone. I've tried to do that before, but when you do it to yourself, like add restrictions to yourself, it's really easy to bypass it. So you need someone who has the password and creates it for you, and then you can't bypass it. Because I think that just being on your phone so much it becomes like addicting, because then you get bored or like you're in any situation and like the first thought is to pull out your phone. And if you don't, I think it's almost, if you don't have a lot of, not time on your phone, but if you're not engaged with things like that, it's really easy to feel left out and kind of outcast, especially in our generation, because it is so digital focused, that if you don't have social media and stuff like that, you're missing out on like trends and like new sayings and things like that, like lingo and generational stuff. So it's really difficult to get out of it. But yeah, I do think that if I changed anything, it would be adding restrictions to how long I'm able to use certain apps, because I think quitting, just trying to get rid of them straight up, would make it more problematic, because then after a couple weeks or whatever, you'd be like, oh, I just want it back, and I could do it. But I think learning healthier habits of phone and social media usage is probably like the best way to go. I hope you guys have a great week.